Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the home of the Trevecca Trojans here in Nashville, Tennessee. The Pioneers of Volunteer State will take on the D2 Trevecca Nazarene University Trojans in a doubleheader, 2 7-inning contests here on a beautiful fall morning and soon-to-be afternoon. This is Tim Reese on the Vol State Sports Network on YouTube. We have some internet. Hopefully we'll have it all day long. Thanks to A.J. Fawson and the folks over at Vol State Media. Appreciate the use of the MiFi here in Nashville, Tennessee today. The umpires have arrived. The head coaches for each team are in the meeting at home plate. Head coach Jim McGuire in his 4th year with the Pioneers, and Chase Sane is the head coach for Trevecca. I'm actually not sure how many years it's been for Chase. He's been here for a little while. Trevecca has moved as of July 1st to a new conference. They are now members of the Gulf South Conference after being in the GMAC for several years in Division II. This is the 10th game against opposing competition for the Pioneers. They've come in with a 6-2-1 record after a doubleheader against the BC Athletics on Tuesday, 17-1 and 25-3 doubleheader win for the Pioneers. This will be a lot stiffer competition here today, as this is at least the 3rd year, possibly the 4th year, that Vol State has taken on the Trojans in the fall. Coach Jim McGuire knows a lot of people around after his 26 years at Middle Tennessee State University and places before that as well. Let's get you to Toyota Gallatin's starting lineups first for the visiting Pioneers of Volunteer State. Drew Plummer will lead off, and he'll play second. Reed Mashinsky in right field batting second. Number 3 hole hitter is Easton Denning. He'll play first base. Gage Hoover out in left field is the cleanup hitter. Scotty Dean, one of the DHs, hitting in the number 5 spot. And the next DH is Carson Sanders. He'll hit right behind him in the 6th slot. Devin Thrain in center field batting 7th. Brady Nepper, back from a little time away, is out at shortstop hitting 8th. Lex Falsoni behind the plate batting 9th, and batting 10th, freshman A.J. Armstrong. He'll play third base. On the mound for the Pioneers is sophomore Eben Hansen. For the Trojans, leading off, graduate transfer Brady Masiak. He'll play right field. Joey Parliament, staple here at Trevecca here, and I believe this is the 3rd year for Joey, and he'll bat second, play second base. Haven Mangrum in center field hitting 3rd. Abbott Lawrence at first base. He's a cleanup hitter. Noah Boughton is in left field batting 5th. Cole McCallum, the DH, hitting 6th. Luke Diamond behind the plate batting 7th. Josh Griffin is at shortstop hitting 8th. And Carter Warner batting 9th, playing third base. And on the mound, Spencer Wilkins, big right-hander from Monticello, Georgia, son of Mark and Lori Wilkins. Don't think they're here. They may be listening on the Vol State Sports Network. Mark has my telephone number. Mark, give me a text if you're listening in. I always hope that moms and dads can enjoy a broadcast, even if it is from the bend of the opposing team. But I am also a broadcaster for the Full Count Rhythm, a summer collegiate team now for 4 years. 7 players on the Trevecca roster have Full Count Rhythm experience. Spencer Wilkins is one of them, one of the top pitchers for the Rhythm 2 years ago. Actually, I believe he's pitched 2 years, parts of 2 years anyway. He thought about coming on at the end of the year last year, but did not. Spencer is in his 2nd year here at Trevecca. Last year he had a 6-4 record, 15 appearances, 14 starts, 1 complete game, 82 2/3 innings of work. 95 hits, 54 runs, but only 38 of those were earned. Walked 31, struck out 79 batters, plunked 5, has a 4.14 ERA as he sends one back to the screen. It'll be picked up by redshirt sophomore Drew Plummer, who will get the first at bat as we are about underway here at Trevecca Nazarene University. Not downtown Nashville, but close enough. 2 cameras we got for you today, and the right-hander from Monticello, Georgia, rocks and delivers. First pitch is just a hair high, and we are underway. Game time temperature 77 degrees. We begin right at high noon here Central Time. Thanks for joining me on the Ball State Sports Network. Plummer with a line drive into right field. That will get down and be barehanded by Masiak as he almost overran that one. So a 1-0 pitch is lined into right field by Drew Plummer. That will bring up Reed Mashinsky, redshirt sophomore out of Bradenton, Florida. I'm sure his folks had a heck of a time down there during Hurricane Milton. Did not ask Reed yet as to how they fared. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Wilkins delivers for strike one. I don't have my helper today. Got to remember that I'm the one running the scoreboard and the cameras. Throw over to first. Plummer's back in time. Mashinsky playing in his 13th game of the fall, hitting .370. Gets a piece of that one, fouls that one off of catcher Luke Diamond. He's down in the count 0-2. Mashinsky, 10 hits, including 3 doubles. Has 9 RBIs, has walked 7 times, been hit once, .514 on base average this fall. The 0-2 pitch will have to wait till the throw over from Wilkins to Lawrence. But Plummer back in time. .63 redshirt sophomore. They're going to check with the base umpire, and Mashinsky is deemed not to have completed the swing. Plummer on with a leadoff single here in the top of the first, just getting started. Another throw over. Plummer will go. Not sure that he will get the sign here in this early in the game. Give Mashinsky a chance to bat. He pops one out of play to the right side. Mashinsky will shoot one through that hole between first and second on a regular basis. On deck is Easton Denning. And the pitch popped up to the right side, and Masiak's going to have an opportunity in foul ground. Plummer, who left just a hair early, will return back to first base. There's a fly out for out number 1. Just out of your viewing area. Don't have a wide enough camera angle to get you the whole field. 1 out and 1 on brings up Easton Denning. Denning, a freshman from Warren County, McMinnville, Tennessee. Another throw over to first. Plum back in time. Denning leading the squad in RBIs with 14 this fall. And the pitch low. Nice block by Diamond behind the plate. Transfer from Lincoln Memorial University, Luke Diamond. He's a Creeker, one of the Stewart's Creek Redhawks. Another throw back over to first. Plum is back. Lucas Wilburn, the first-year volunteer assistant coach, coaching down at first base. Of course, Jim McGuire over in the third base coaching box. Wilkins delivers. That is whispering at the outside corner for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gage Hoover, another Creeker, is in the on-deck circle. 3 Stewart's Creek players for Vol State. And the runner goes. Pitch is swung on. missed the throw down. Gets by Josh Griffin into center field, and Drew Plummer in there safely. Put a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Easton Denning. Good jump by Plum. Josh Griffin, of course, shortstop, is a former Pioneer. Changeup misses down. Cal moves. I got 2 balls and 2 strikes. Scoreboard here showing 2-1. I'm pretty sure I'm right. Oh, that'll be my final answer. 2-2 pitch coming from Wilkins. Driven into right center field. That'll get down. Let's see if they'll send Plummer. He's at the bag, and he's coming to the plate. The throw is cut off, and Easton Denning picks up another RBI. And there's the Framework Athletics first run of the game, scored by Drew Plummer. That's now 15 for Easton Denning. Also is tied for the team lead in home runs with Carson Sanders. Wilkins a little bit too heavy on the plate with that pitch to Denning. Gage Hoover stands in, looks at a called strike. 1 on, 1 out, 1 in. Hoover is tearing it up this fall, hitting .533, getting on base at a .588 clip. Ball gets out of the glove of Luke Diamond. It's called strike. Not far enough away for Denning to move up. 0-2 to Gage. Leads the team with 16 hits. Just as I come back to the Zoom camera, Spencer decides to throw over to first. Apparently working on his move, the Georgian. 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and Hoover down on strikes. Wilkins stepped on that one a little bit, put a little extra, a little bit out of the strike zone, picks up his first strikeout. Scotty Dean, the DH, stands in with 2 outs, and Easton Denning on at first base. Dean been limited a little bit this fall, is hitting .333. Looks at, can't really see the pitch that well. It had a little slide action to it. I'm not sure if it was a 2-seam fastball. Scotty got 5 hits, including 2 doubles, and he hit a grand slam on Tuesday against BCA. That was a no-doubter to left field at Pioneer Field. Wilkins delivers, swung on and missed. Dean looked like he was a little bit underneath that fastball, and Wilkins ahead again to the second straight batter, 0-2. Denning leads off a first. Wilkins eyes him and delivers. Pitch in the dirt. Denning thought about going, but nice stop there by Luke Diamond. Keep it close. Dean to transfer from Chattanooga State to Ball State. He's a former Rossview Hawk. 0-2 pitch, just a hair high. Tough one to take right there. Most of the infield was moving toward the dugout. Cal moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top of the first. 2-2 pitch. On the outside corner, it winked at it as it went by, and Scotty Dean goes down looking. Back-to-back strikeouts for Spencer Wilkins. But the Pioneers get on the board first with the Framework Athletics first run of the game. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. After a half inning, the Pioneers lead 1-0. Take a break and be right back on the Ball State Sports Network. Head to the bottom of the first inning. Eben Hansen out on the mound for Vol State. 6'2", 200-pound sophomore transfer from King University. Hometown Maynardville, Tennessee, went to Union County High School. He's a construction science major at Vol State, the son of Carl and Jane Hansen, brother to Neely, grandson of Grammy in Maynardville, and also Pap and Mimi in Maynardville. Eben faced Brady Maciak, Joey Parliament, and Haven Mangrum. Maciak, a left-handed hitter, stands in there and looks at ball one outside. Hansen with a very closed stance on the mound before he delivers. Breaking pitch slides outside. Hansen's 7th appearance of the year, has 10 innings, just second on the club to Chip Harris. 10 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, only 1 earned. He's going to get the call on the outside corner at the knees there. Get back in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Maciak from North Royalton, Ohio. Transfer from Walsh. Check swing, foul ball. Now Hansen back ahead in the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Trevecca just played Walsh in a scrimmage this past Saturday up at Prasco Park in Cincinnati. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Nice sharp breaking pitch there by Eben Hansen to retire Maciak for out number 1. Now Joey Parliament stands to the plate. 5'8", 175-pound senior from Lancaster, Tennessee. Went to Gordonsville High School. He was a full count rhythm player a year ago, or this past summer. Looks at a breaking pitch, misses inside. Played second base, played a little bit of shortstop. Was a 3-hole hitter. He hits a ground ball to short. Nepper stays down on it, gloves, and a little bit of a high throw, but Easton Denning stands tall on the bag and makes the catch for out number 2. Joey Parliament was injured in the last game that he played for the full count rhythm. He and Wyatt Fuchs from Belmont ran into each other while Parliament was playing short. Ended up breaking his jaw. He had his jaw wired shut, he told me, for 6 weeks. Said he lost 15 pounds. I said, I need that diet. Haven Mangrum, a local kid from here at Beach High School. Been at 3 different schools. Looks at ball 1. Outside, an excellent hitter and center fielder for Trevecca. He lines one in the left field as that pitch was delivered on the outside corner. Gage Hoover over to cut it off and gets the ball in quickly. Mangrum with a 2-out single to left field. Absolutely went where that pitch was delivered. Almost looked like it might have been out of the strike zone, but he reached out and poked that one in the left field. That'll bring up Abbott Lawrence, first baseman. Transfer a couple of years ago from Columbia State. He's a local product as well from Goodpasture High School. The big boy. First pitch is a breaking pitch that gets in there for a called strike. Lawrence 6'5", 235 pounds. He's one of the 17 seniors on this club. And he got Mangrum. They got him leaning, and a nice pickoff there by Eben Hansen. I think that might be the first pickoff of the year for Pioneers, at least having the runner going back to first base. A lot of times they've picked the guy off, but he's headed to second, so technically it's considered a caught stealing. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. We're through 1, scheduled for 7. We'll be right back. Spencer Wilkins back out for his second inning of work. And his father, Mark, is here, and his mother, Lori, they are here in attendance up from Monticello, Georgia. So he doesn't need to text me. He just came by. He said, though, that Spencer's brother is probably listening in. Carson Sanders will step in from the right side. That one got away from Spence for ball one. Not sure exactly what that was supposed to be, but Carson Sanders, sophomore from Clarksville, Tennessee, hitting .267. This is his 12th game of the fall. He drives one high in the air to dead center field, but Haven Mangrum, I think that's Haven. Bats left, throw. No, I think they've moved. Let's see. That's not Haven out there in center field now. So maybe they're making some changes already. Have to get the binoculars out, but Sanders retired on a fly out to the center fielder. Brings up Devin Thrain, the Pioneers center fielder. He looks at a first pitch at the knees for a called strike. Thrain having an excellent fall at the plate as well, hitting .346, leads the club with 5 doubles. He has 9 hits, and 7 of them are for extra bases. Slices one foul down the right side. He's down in the count 0-2. Redshirt sophomore, third year with Vol State, one of 7 3-year players with the Pioneers. Looking at an 0-2 pitch from the right-hander, Spencer Wilkins. Wilkins tried to, and not only did he try, but he got it. That pitch looked like it's 3 baseballs outside of the outside corner. Down goes Thrain, second backward K in the book, third strikeout for Wilkins. You get that call, there's no reason to throw the baseball over the plate. Brady Nepper with 2 outs, nobody on, stands in. Gets that pitch. Doesn't get the call on the inside corner, though. Nepper had been down with an upper body injury, playing in his 11th game. Did not play in the doubleheader on Tuesday. Looks at a called strike from Greenbrier, Tennessee. Played for a fall at Cumberland University a year ago. Transferred in January to Vol State. He's going to look at another strike. That's the pitch you got to hit right there. Saw his dad Gary is here. 6 hits in the fall, including a triple. Also has 4 RBIs. It's a ground ball to his counterpart, Josh Griffin. He gloves and he throws on to Abbott Lawrence, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Spencer Wilkins. I would guess that his afternoon now is over after 2 innings of work. To give up 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Walked nobody. Struck out 3. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. 1-0 Vol State leads. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Abbott Lawrence, who was at the plate when Haven Mangrum was picked off, will get back into the box to face Eben Hansen. Hansen pitching from the stretch, delivers. That's a deep fly to dead center. It's 4-0-2 out there, and Abbott Lawrence has just crushed it over the batter's eye in dead center field. And whatever you do, don't throw it there. This game is tied. Lawrence, a prodigious shot over the 402 sign in dead center field. Hit 17 home runs a year ago. Drove in 60 runs. Hit 315, and that'll bring Noah Boughton to the plate. Left-handed hitter. Looks at a called strike. Lawrence had been familiar with Hansen after the pitch or two that he saw. And that's in the right-handed batter's box, and that'll be a called strike as well. 0-2. Noah Boughton transfer from Lipscomb University from Colleyville, Texas. 6 foot, 195 pounds. He fouls that one off to the left side. And I have just now recalled that I did not move my truck. I am parked right up close. Parked it up close to get all my equipment in, and forgot to move it. I knew there was something I was supposed to do. Breaking pitch bounced foul to the Trevecca dugout. I'm parking in a spot that I look at other people and say, you got to be kidding me. Why would you park there? On deck, Cole McCallum. Swing, half swing. They're going to, Lex Falsoni going to go after it. He's going to go ahead and throw it down to first. Did not call. The base umpire is going to say, yes, he did. And our home plate umpire, I think, was a little late on asking for that. That's a strikeout. Second strikeout. Gets that swinging. That's out number one here in the second. That brings up the DH, Cole McCallum. McCallum swings at the first pitch, fouls it off the screen. Transfer from Walter State. Played, I believe, a year for them, and then transferred here. 14 home runs, 67 RBIs. Hit 351 last year for the Trojans. Where's the number 99 from Medina, Tennessee? 6'4", 230-pound senior. High chopper to third. A.J. Armstrong gets it before it hops for the second time and throws on to Denning for out number two. That'll bring up the catcher, Luke Diamond. D-Y-M-O-N-D. Stewart's Creek High School. He's from Smyrna, Tennessee. 6 foot, 200 pound. A junior. Breaking pitch misses up. 2 hits now for the Trojans, 2 for the Pioneers, 1 run each. Here's Trevecca bats in the bottom of the second. 2-0 now to Diamond with Josh Griffin, the former Pioneer, in the on-deck circle. Hansen delivers. Breaking pitch down, and he's gone 3 balls. I believe this is the first time he's had a 3-ball count. Here, this is batter number 7. Right down central. Hansen's 7th appearance of the year. Leads the squad coming into today's game with 14 strikeouts. He has now given up his first walk of the game. That is his 7th now in 11-plus innings of work. So 16 strikeouts now in 11-plus innings. It's the first home run he's given up this fall. Josh Griffin stands in. Looks at a pitch just down. Griffin, 5'10", 180 pounds. He's from Marion, Illinois. Throw over to first. Luke Diamond will get back. Abbott Lawrence led off the inning. First pitch he saw in the second. He drove out to dead center field for a solo home run. Strikeout, a ground out, and a walk. Another throw over to first. Chases Diamond. Griffin played in 53 games last year. Looks at a pitch high. Played for the Pioneers, I believe, in 2020 and 2020, or maybe 21 and 22. Probably could have played one more in JUCO, but Hanson now behind for the second straight batter. 3 balls, no strikes. Griffin hit .251 last year for Trevecca. And as he did with Diamond, Hanson delivers a strike right down the middle of the plate. Let's see what he delivers here. 2 outs. Runner at first. Hanson trying to get out of the inning. He's going to try his luck at another pickoff, but in college baseball, you can throw to a base as many times as you want, but you can only step off once per batter. They call that a disengagement now. 3-1 pitch. Fly out to center field. Devin Thrain with the glove up to shield the sun. Runs over into the right center field gap, and he will make the catch for out number 3. 1 run on 1 hit. No errors, 1 runner left on base. We're all tied up after 2. Going to have a new pitcher. We'll tell you about him when we return here on the Fall State Sports Network. New pitcher on for the Trojans, left-hander Trent Merrill. He's from Chino Hills, California, 6'2", 170-pound left-hander. 4.36 ERA a year ago in 20 games, all out of the bullpen. Had 4 saves, 33 innings of work. Gave up 46 hits, 23 runs. Walked 13, struck out 22. He is the second pitcher on for head coach Chase Sane. Pitching coach for the Trojans, former pitching coach for the Pioneers, Braden Kale. First pitch delivered to Lex Falsoni is fouled off to the left side. Spencer Wilkins goes 2 innings, gives up 2 hits, a run which was earned, no walks, 3 strikeouts. Falsoni looks at ball 1. Sophomore from Stewart's Creek High School. The starting catcher in the majority of the conference games a year ago. Swings and misses at a changeup. Lex hitting .333 in 12 games this fall, 9 hits, including 2 doubles, a home run, 2 RBIs. Fastball misses out. Cal moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Falsoni, Armstrong, and then the top of the order, Drew Plummer, due up here in the top of the 3rd. Breaking pitch, catches that outside corner. Falsoni is down on strikes. Going to have to cover that outside corner as a hitter. That'll bring up A.J. Armstrong. Freshman from Woodbury, Tennessee, Cannon County High School. 6'1", 225-pound freshman. Getting the start at third base as he has in game ones of doubleheaders. Struggling with the bat a little bit. Breaking pitch misses outside the zone, not caught by Diamond. Armstrong with 1 home run, 7 RBIs. Takes a cut there and comes up empty on a high fastball. Playing in game number 13. This is game 17 for the Pioneers, including 7 intra-squad games. The same pitch delivered by Merrill, and Armstrong does not offer at that one. All-State scored 1 in the first. Trevecca came back with 1 in the second. We have our first Full Count Ministries full count of the ball game. Josh Carmen, the director of baseball, might be listening in from Full Count. And there is ball 4. A 1-out walk. Armstrong hadn't been hitting that well, but that's his 10th walk. Now tied with Drew Plummer with the team lead as Plum steps to the plate. He singled to right on the second pitch he saw from Spencer Wilkins. Sees that ball all the way back to the catcher's mitt for ball 1. Plummer hitting .269 coming in. Just missed, did Merrill with that pitch. Plum getting on base at a .486 clip. Ooh, gets the call at the letters. Leads the club now. This is his 15th game. Nobody else has played more than 14. Swings and misses. Merrill get back in the count after going 2-0 to Plum. Plum's got 8 hits now. A double, 3 RBIs. And he goes down looking. He knew it. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Trent Merrill. And it brings to the plate Reed Mashinsky, who flew out to the right fielder in foul territory. Breaking pitch catches the outside corner. Mashinsky hitting .370 in the fall. Runner goes. Pitch is down. Throw down to second base. And Armstrong's toasted cheese at second. So a caught stealing will end the inning for the Pioneers. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Plummer will lead off the top of the 4th. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd. Evan Hansen still out on the mound for the Pioneers. We'll be right back. Couple of Vol State alums sitting in the stands, enjoying this beautiful fall afternoon. Alex Qualls, Caleb Pica enjoying some Pioneer baseball here. Caleb Pica now at Lipscomb University. Alex Qualls taking a little time to figure it out. And Hansen's first pitch goes right behind Carter Warner. I'm going to say in about 20 years that might have hit Carter Warner in the wallet there, but he's good and trim now. That wouldn't have got by my backside. 1-0 pitch from Hansen is inside as well, but on the correct side of the batter. Carter Warner is the ninth hitter, third baseman. Played junior college at Columbia State. And he's got a 3-ball, no strike count. Warner's from Murfreesboro Blackman High School, 5'11", 160-pound senior. 3-0 is in there for a called strike. A little more on the outside edge there. At least the third batter that Hansen has gone 3-0 to. Top of the order, Brady Maciak will now come to the plate with a runner on. I believe that might have been Maciak that moved over to center field. And a leadoff walk. It's not a recipe for a good inning. Maciak struck out in his first plate appearance. Stands in against Hansen. Hansen delivers, and that ball is drilled out to right field. Back goes Mashinsky, and he's going to make the catch, though. Back to first base goes Warner. It's a well-struck baseball, but Mashinsky can run him down out in the outfield. Most of the time, the last couple of years, he's been out in center field when he has taken in and out. So a couple of center fielders out there, Devin Thrain and Reed Mashinsky in center and right. Gage Hoover is in left. A.J. Armstrong at third. Brady Nepper at short. Drew Plummer at second. Easton Denning at first. Behind the plate is Lex Falsoni catching the third inning of Eben Hansen, E-B-E-N. Big lead by Warner. And Hansen's going to throw over and nearly got him. He's already picked off one would-be base stealer. Haven Mangrum didn't get a chance to try to steal. He was caught leaning by Hansen in the first. Another fly ball out to right field. This is going to be even tougher play for Mashinsky. He's still going, and it lands in fair territory in the corner. That'll be extra bases for Joey Parliament. Just got it in down that right field line. 331 down right field, and Mashinsky playing him a little bit over to right center field. So a one-out double for Parliament. And that'll bring up Haven Mangrum, and it looks like that's going to be the end of the afternoon for Eben Hansen as head coach Jim McGuire comes out to the mound, and that normally means a pitching change. We'll take a break and come back with the Summit Concrete call to the bullpen. Summit Concrete call to the bullpen for the Pioneers. Jack McLaury first out of the bullpen for head coach Jim McGuire and pitching coach Trevor Mootsie. 6'1", 165-pound right-hander. He's a sophomore from Las Casas, Tennessee. Played his high school baseball at Independence High School. The son of Mike and Ashley McLaury, brother to Judd, grandson of Meanie in Murfreesboro, and Grandpa Mahoney and Grandma Deb in Olowine, Iowa. Evan Hansen goes 2 1/3 innings, gives up 3 hits, 1 run to this point. 2 runners on base are his responsibility. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, did give up 1 long ball. That was to Abbott Lawrence. He's not the first person to have done that. McGlory on for his 7th appearance of the fall. Has 9 innings of work, getting up 7 hits, 3 runs. They were earned, walked 8, struck out 6. He's also hit 3 batters, 3.00 ERA. He will face Haven Mangrum with runners at second and third and 1 out. Does not get the call on the outside corner. Haven Mangrum lined a single to left field on the second pitch he saw from Evan Hansen. A couple pitches later, too, Abbott Lawrence was promptly picked off. He's going to try to pull this ball if he can. Not going to get a cut at that. Fastball misses down. McGlory, 16 appearances a year ago, all in relief as a true freshman. That led the pitching staff in appearances. Coming in a tough situation here with Carter Warner at third, Joey Parliament down at second base. 2-0 pitch. Changeup is tapped to the right side. Gonna be a tough play. Mangrum runs well, and Plummer does get the out just by a hair at first base. But Mangrum drives in the run. Now 2 outs. And Abbott Lawrence will step in. Joey Parliament moves over to third base on the ground out. Big sweeper misses low and away. Lawrence delivered the first pitch he saw in the bottom of the second over the batter's eye in dead center field. Sidearm breaking pitch missed outside as well. With first base open, you definitely don't want to give Abbott Lawrence anything in the middle of the plate. Noah Boughton is in the on-deck circle. Left-handed hitter. Nice block by Falsoni to keep Parliament at third. Count goes 3-0. This pitch will not be down the middle of the plate because Abbott Lawrence is going to have the green light here. This will not be a fastball. Not in the plate. He swings and misses it. Actually got a piece of it, I think. A sharp breaking pitch. It's a fall league baseball game. Abbott Lawrence is not interested in walking. 2 outs, 1 run in. Trevecca leads 2-1. And he drills one to deep left field, but that will get foul. And we'll have a full count. Ministries full count. Got my email address up there. Let's see if anybody's chimed in. Costco, they've chimed in. Oh, that's telling me about a deal. Full count pitch from McGlory to Abbott Lawrence. Swing and a miss, and down goes Lawrence on strikes. That was 3 straight benders from Jack McGlory. He comes in and gets 2 outs. 1 run charge to Evan Hansen does come across the plate. But Joey Parliament did not make it across. There's 1 run on 1 hit in the inning. The leadoff walk came in to score. No errors, 1 runner left on base. After 3 innings, 2-1, Trevecca leads. We'll be back after this short break. Heading to the top of the fourth inning, Reed Mashinsky back in the batter's box. He's going to face a new pitcher, a right-hander, Jonah Smithson, a junior here at Trevecca, third-year player from Goodpasture High School, 6'3", 185 pounds. He's the son of John and Amy Smithson as the breaking pitch gets in there at the letters for a called strike. Mashinsky flew out to right field. Slices one. That will get out of play on the right side. He's down in the count 0-2. Jonah Smithson, also a former full count rhythm player and grew up in the full count ministry. His father is, I believe John is the vice president of the board for full count. Got two younger brothers. Swing and a miss. Gets Mashinsky chasing on the high heat. Micah, now I believe in flight school. And a younger brother, the youngest of the Smithson clan, Brody. Been on mission trip with Jonah Smithson probably a couple times with full count ministry. So he's going to face Easton Denning, the overhand breaking pitch. Misses outside. Injured most of last year for Trevecca. 5 appearances, all starts. Tried to overcook a fastball there. And had a 3.96 ERA in 25 innings. Former Goodpasture Cougar along with Abbott Lawrence. There's a breaking pitch that catches that outside corner. Haven't seen Jonah pitch in a while. Did not get a chance to pitch this summer. He was injured this summer. Otherwise, he would have been on full count rhythm. And he backs that breaking pitch up with an exact replica on the outside corner. Denning, who drove in the only run for the Pioneers in the first inning, 2-2 count. Fastball misses away, and we'll have a full count Ministries full count. Stay tuned after the game. We'll have the full count Ministries verse of the game. Josh Carmen ought to be checking in at some point in time, either on email or via the text. Tapper foul and a full count first pitch foul ball. He's got the back line to this broadcaster. On a fall break vacation with his family, his lovely wife, Brooke, and 4 kids. There's a hard shot ground ball that slows down in the grass over to Parliament, and Denning is out number 2. Grass a little bit thick, I guess. May have got that a little bit off the end of the bat. Easy play for Parliament, and Denning now 1 for 2. First 2 have been retired by Jonah Smithson. Brings up Gage Hoover. 2023 Mr. Baseball at Stewart's Creek High School. He's also the Stewart's Creek High School Male Athlete of the Year a couple of years ago. There's 1 home run, 7 RBIs in the fall. Sharp breaking pitch misses down. Luke Diamond still behind the plate, catching the 3rd pitcher for the Trojans. Jonah with probably a changeup right there. It had a little screwball action to it. Turned that one over. 3-0 now. He goes to the breaking pitch on 3-0. Feeling very comfortable with that pitch. Good to see Jonah back on the mound. 3 balls, 1 strike, and another breaking pitch. Hoover, they delayed swing there, and we'll have another full count Ministries full count. 7 players on the Trojan roster that have played for full count rhythm. Swing and a miss, and Smithson picks up another strikeout breaking pitch. He went 2 on 3-0, and he delivered 3 straight. Finishes with 2 strikeouts. I would assume he's only going 1 inning. In the fall, Trevecca, like Vol State, wants to get a lot of action and a lot of pitchers they want to see. 2-1, Trevecca leads here in game one of a doubleheader. You're listening and watching on the Vol State Sports Network. Smithson clan is here. Amy and John, Amy's parents. Here, little Brody in attendance to watch Jonah throw. I'm not sure if he got to throw up at Prasco Park last weekend or not, but he looked good here against Vol State. Bottom of the fourth we go. Noah Boughton, Cole McCallum, Luke Diamond scheduled to face Jack McLaury back out for his first full inning of work. Came in relief of Eben Hansen with 2 runners on. Did allow 1 run to score, but the other did not. He retired the 2 batters he faced. First pitch to Boughton misses outside. Alec Tromke has shown up here. Injured pitcher for Vol State. And he has, I think, the last home game over there for BCA Athletics. He ran the computer and the switcher here. Did not volunteer to do that here today. At the knees on the outside corner, and McLaury gets a little gift there. So our home plate umpire subscribing to Let's Swing the Bat. McLaury rocks and fires the 2-1 in the same spot, and it gets the same result. Boughton backs away, and head coach Chase Sane, assistant coach Todd Yost, Josh Carmen, who is not here, Jaron Kendall, and pitching coach is Braden Kale. 2 years ago was the Ball State pitching coach. We have a full count ministries, full count to Boughton. And he's going to get a walk as Lex Falsoni was about ready to throw that one down. And a leadoff walk did not work out for Vol State in the third. As Carter Warner came in to score. Cole McCallum grounded out the third in his first at-bat. Part of a Walters State club a couple years ago that went to the World Series. Looks at a breaking pitch in there for a called strike. Trying to think of the Caleb McNeely, who went to West Virginia after his time at Walters State. And there's a guy, I can't remember his name right now, he's at Tennessee. He's also on that team. They were a top 10 team over there, and McCallum was DH and the first baseman. Throw over to first, and that's wild. That'll get by Denning, and down to second base goes Noah Boughton. So E1. To McLaury. Have not kept the stats up on errors. I believe that's at least the second errant throw by Jack McLaury trying to pick a runner off at first. There've been 3 or 4 of them for Pioneer pitching staff this year. Now a runner in scoring position for McCallum, who's an RBI man. Slices that one foul down the right field side over past the Trojan bullpen. Braden Kale was the second pitching coach for Jim McGuire at Vol State. He followed Ross Spurgeon. Ended up helping the Vol State pitchers to the best ERA in the TCCAA. Did the same thing here at Trevecca last year. top in the GMAC. Great Midwest Athletic Conference. Trevecca was the southernmost team in the GMAC last year, switched to the Gulf South, now the northernmost. Breaking pitch stays inside. And another full count, Ministries full count. On deck, Luke Diamond, the catcher. 3 walks by Pioneer pitching as Trevecca bats here in the bottom of the 4th. Couple looks back to second at Boughton, and the pitch is delivered. It's fisted, and that's going to get over the glove of Brady Nepper. Gage Hoover bobbles, but Boughton cannot advance, and McCallum gets to first base on a jam shot. Brady Nepper tried to dive. I don't know how far how close he came, but not hard hit, but well placed. And that puts runners at first and third with nobody out. Luke Diamond steps to the plate. He walked in the second, was stranded at first base. Don't think McCallum is a threat to steal, but maybe on the first and third they may. That is a high fly ball to deep left field. Gage Hoover gets to the wall and looks up and sees that sail out of here for a 3-run home run. There's a breaking pitch that hung. And Trevecca takes a 5-1 lead. His dad's here. I met him before the game from Smyrna, Tennessee. Second home run of the ball game for Trevecca. Leadoff walk and the jam shot single come in to score. It'll bring Josh Griffin to the plate with nobody on. And a fastball delivered high and tight. 3:15 to down the line in left field. The ground ball, that's going to get under the glove of A.J. Armstrong and go out into left field. Base hit for Griffin. He's now 1 for 2. So that's 3 hits in a row off of Jack McLaury. Five in the ball game for Trevecca. Carter Warner, the number 9 hole hitter, stands in. Griffin is a threat. He does not go as that breaking pitch misses inside. McLaury now looking for a ground ball off the bat of Carter Warner. Walked and scored in the 3rd. Throw over, and Griffin looked like he had to reassess his situation. Looked like he was on the move. It's actually 6 hits in the ball game for Trevecca. There's a fastball, catches the outside corner. My pad's getting too hot. It won't work. Skips to the backstop. Griffin won't have to steal. The wild pitch moves him down to second base. There goes the opportunity for a conventional double play. 2 balls and a strike to Carter Warner, the former Charger at Columbia State. Another foul ball out of play on a fastball. Wind picking up a little bit. It's blowing out the dead center field. You can hear it in the microphone. Breaking pitch grounded back to McLaury, and he gives it up quickly over to third. Armstrong has it. Now to Nepper. Nepper drives him back to McLaury, and Griffin going to now stay in and be tug out by McLaury. He will swap places with Warner. So Warner reaches on the fielder's choice, and Griffin is out number one. McLaury started it, and he finished it. Back to the top of the lineup, Brady Masiak. 0 for 2, stands in. First pitch way outside. The best camera angle we can get for you folks. Sorry about that. Just like ESPN, only totally different. 1-0. That's going to catch the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. 3 runs have come across for Trevecca. A walk, a single, a 3-run home run by Luke Diamond. Josh Griffin singled, and Carter Warner grounded into a fielder's choice. That zone is extra large today. Masiak struck out in the first, flew out to right field in the third. Batting here for the 3rd time in the bottom of the 4th inning. They're going to throw back to second. Warner is back in time. Masiak from Northern Ohio, a suburb of Cleveland, North Royalton, Ohio. His father is here in attendance. Spoke to him a little bit before the game. Breaking pitch is pulled foul. It'll hit off the padding and carry him into fair territory. Reed Mashinsky playing the left-handed hitting Masiak. Straight up like a right-handed hitter, so he is not pulled over. 383 to right center field. Not sure what it is to left center field, but a high wall in left field, wooden wall, and then a screen above that that's hoping to protect the soccer field that is just past the left field wall. You can see out there in center field the wall dips from the batter's eye down as it's going to left field. I guess there's an observation deck, and maybe where they put their center field camera. They do have a broadcast here. Nepper is working the runner at second base, and he went to the bag, but McLaury was not ready to throw, so he steps off. There's his one and only disengagement allowed for this batter. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes to Masiak. And the delivery is at the knees on the outside corner, and Masiak pretty tall. He does not like that call, but if you haven't learned yet, this is a large zone. Second strikeout of the ball game for McLaury, and the second out here in the 4th. Brings up Joey Parliament, who you couldn't place one any better down that right field line than he did in the 3rd. A double just inside the white chalk down the right field line. 5'8". He's got some power, and he just shows it off there. He delivers one out to left field, and it will hit the base of the wall just to the left of the batter's eye. He's going to pick up another double, drive in a run. This time a 2-out double for Joey Parliament. And Carter Warner comes in to score his 2nd run of the game. That's now 4 runs for Trevecca here in the 4th. Take a 6-1 lead. Scheduled for 2 7-inning contests. We're in the bottom of the 4th of game 1. Haven Mangrum 1 for 2. Looks at ball 1. High and outside. Singled in the first. Drove in a run with a ground out in the third. He's 1 for 2. Played at Columbia State, and then he went to Louisville for a year, and then transferred to Trevecca last year. Had a great career at Columbia State. I think he hit 400 his sophomore year. May have been in the 410s or 420s. He cracks one out the right center here. Thrain on the run, and he is still going, but he makes the over-the-shoulder catch with his lid falling off and makes the catch for out number 3. Mangrum put a charge into that one, but Thrain covers some ground. 8 batters come to the plate for Trevecca in the 4th. They score 4 runs on 4 hits. 3-run homer by Luke Diamond and an RBI double for Joey Parliament. There was 1 error in the inning, which did not make a difference. 1 runner left on base. Well, the new pitcher for Trevecca head to the top of the 5th. We'll be right back on the Ball State Sports Network. Top of the 5th we go. New pitcher for Trevecca, Timothy Henderson, left-hander, to face Scotty Dean, Carson Sanders, Devin Thrain. First pitch to Dean misses out. From Manchester, Tennessee, Coffee County High School, 6 foot, 150 pound freshman, delivers called strike. Scotty Dean struck out looking in the first. Time called, and Henderson trying to quick pitch Scotty Dean. He is a Dansby Swanson look-alike. Scotty Dean is. Not Timothy Henderson. Jonas Smithson goes 1 inning. 1-2-3 inning. Picks up 2 strikeouts. Does not give up a hit or a walk. Henderson now 3-1 count to Scotty Dean. Let's see if put one right down the can. Dean does not offer. Well, the full count. Ministries full count. Nice pitch by Henderson on the outside corner. Let's see if Henderson does give him a pitch. He fouls it down the right field line. Might be playable. Lawrence cannot get there. Neither will Masiak or Joey Parliament. So maybe Haven Mangrum back out in center field. Scotty Dean ready to hit. Joey Parliament hadn't even made it to the dirt yet, coming back to his second base position. And now left-hander delivers, and he's going to strike out Scotty Dean. He goes down looking for the second time. Nice breaking pitch there in the outside corner. Dean gave up on that off-speed pitch. Going to walk back to the dugout and think about it. Carson Sanders flew out to center field. Looks at another outside breaking pitch. Tied with the team lead this fall in home runs. It drives one deep down the right field line, but it goes foul and off the building just on the other side of the Trojans bullpen. Can't remember if they have a name to this field. Played here for 3 years as a visitor while with the Belmont, at the time, the Belmont Rebels, now the Belmont Bruins. Trevecca, Lipscomb, and Belmont were 3 NAIA schools right here in Nashville. And rivals, Belmont and Lipscomb separated by just 2 miles of pavement down Belmont Boulevard. And Carson Sanders draws the walk. First base runner since Easton Denning in the first inning. I take that back. A.J. Armstrong with a walk in the bottom of the third, but he was caught stealing. And Devin Thrain stands in. He was also a strikeout victim of the backward variety in the second. Waves that bat. The former Summit Spartan swings and misses at the pitch inside. Couple surgeries a year ago, or a little less than a year ago, that he's recovering from. He was a pitcher. His runner is heading back to first. Carson Sanders heading back, thinking that Henderson was coming his way, but delivered the pitch and it nearly hit Thrain in the chest. That pitch blocked nicely by Luke Diamond. Belmont several years ago had a catcher named Alec Diamond, but they're not related. 2 different spellings of Diamond. 2-1, pitch is high, and Henderson having trouble getting the ball over the plate. True freshman from Coffee County. Not that far away. About an hour and 15 minutes from Nashville. 3-1 pitch is down, and that's back-to-back walks given up. Time called, Luke Diamond. And now he'll be joined by pitching coach Braden Kale. Kale from Maryland. Wonder if his father, Randy Kale, is tuning in. Shout out to Braden's folks that are listening in. Maybe. Randy has the back line too. This broadcaster as well. 4 years for Jim McGuire with the Pioneers. 4 pitching coaches. Ross Spurgeon, Braden Kale, Sam Folks last year, and now Trevor Mutzi in his first year. Also the 3rd volunteer assistant coach, Lucas Wilburn, after John Ripel and Shane Kemp. John Ripel now is the head high school baseball coach at JP2 in just outside or near Hendersonville. That's smoked out to right field, but it may hang up there. Brady Nepper lines out to the right fielder, Masiak. The first pitch he saw. Well hit. He just hit it right at the right fielder for out number 2. Getting dry throat here. It's pretty warm, 81 degrees now. Started at 77. Lex Falsoni stands in. He struck out looking. Nearly gets hit by that one, and runners at first and second. Could have been bases loaded if he wanted to take one in the thigh. His dad, Jerry, is here. Saw him before the game. Sitting in the front row. Henderson misses again. Brady Nepper saw a pitch that he liked, and probably in a spring game you might say, hey, make him throw a strike. He's having trouble getting the ball over the plate, but he gets that one over on the outside corner. Cal moves to 2 balls and a strike, 2 on. Both walks to Carson Sanders and Devin Thrain. Strike out to Scotty Dean, and that line out to the right fielder brings up Lex Falsoni, and he now a 3-1 count. On deck, A.J. Armstrong, who walked in the third. Falsoni swings and fouls that one off of his counterpart. Luke Diamond, home plate umpire, will walk baseball out to Tim Henderson. Henderson looks into Diamond and says, "You okay?" And says, "Yeah." So a couple of creakers here in the batter's box and catching area. Luke Diamond and Lex Falsoni from Stewart's Creek. Runners go. Full count. First pitch, foul ball. And the runners will return. Falsoni had a big home run. Trying to remember if that was just this past. I believe it was against BCA. Ball 4. Loads the bases. I want to say that Henderson is a true freshman, but I don't know that for sure. There's a chance he could be a red shirt. True freshman A.J. Armstrong stands in. He can get the Pioneers right back at it with a big fly right here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Breaking pitch lands down, and nice take there by Armstrong. He'd have had to golf that one out. And I'll tell you right now, that's what A.J. Armstrong ought to be thinking, is let's get the ball out of the ballpark. Fastball misses maybe a little bit up. A.J. should get a pitch to hit right here. And he does, but he takes it for called strike. Wind about to take my score sheets away. That breaking pitch misses too far inside. Henderson working quickly with Drew Plummer in the on-deck circle, the leadoff batter. 3-1 pitch is ball 4, and A.J. Armstrong's going to pick up an easy RBI. 4 walks in the inning. Let's see if head coach Chase Sane will allow Henderson to continue. Nobody coming out of the dugout. Plum 1 for 2, stands in. Left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. Plummer swings at the first pitch, fouls it back. Plummer, one of 7 third-year players for the Pioneers. Looking to get pitch to hit here. That's not it. Drew Plummer, Reed Mashinsky, Devin Thrain, Parker White, Braxton Alexander, Cam Hodges, and Caden Blackford, the 7 third-year players for Vol State. Plum can play second, short, get behind the plate. Fouls that one off. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs, bases loaded. 4 walks in the inning by Tim Henderson. Big hit right here would help out the Pioneers, but Plummer has to lean back away from that breaking pitch. And well, the full count Ministries full count. Henderson has the sign. He's winding up. Runners go. That is a ground ball to short. Griffin Gloves throws on the run. A little bit low, but Abbott Lawrence digs it out of there for out number 3. Pioneers score 1 run on no hits and leave the bases loaded. 6-2 is the score. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th. We'll be right back on the Ball State Sports Network. Summit Concrete call to the bullpen for Vol State. Max Castle, the third pitcher, on for the Pioneers. 6 foot, 175-pound right-hander. Sophomore out of Clarksville, Tennessee. Attended Clarksville Academy, an accounting major at Vol State. Son of Jeep and Elizabeth Castle. Brother to Casey and Caroline and Harrison. Hello to Grandmummy in Franklin, North Carolina, and Mimi in Cullowhee, North Carolina. He is on in relief of Jack McLaury, who goes 1 2/3 innings, gives up 4 hits, 4 runs. They were earned, walked 1, struck out 2. Castle on for his 7th appearance of the fall. He has 9 innings of work, 8 hits, 5 runs, only 2 earned, 6 walks, 12 strikeouts. Has plunked a batter, a 2.0 ERA. He will face 4, 5, and 6 here in the Trojan lineup. Ball 1 to Lawrence, who's 1 for 2. Takes a strike from the right-hander, Max Castle. Lawrence sees a breaking pitch land on the dirt in the left-handed batter's box. Swing and a miss, and a nice offering there from Castle. That was coming in toward Lawrence's shins. Castle delivers. That's off of his hand. He's going to take his base. He thought about staying in there maybe to hit, but that just clipped his left knuckle. Got to move them off the plate. You got to be careful when they dive in. Sometimes you're going to plunk them. Noah Boughton, I think I'm saying that name right, Boughton. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Trainer out to check on Abbott Lawrence. Hopefully he's okay. Don't want to get injured in a fall scrimmage and be out. He's going to stay in the ball game. First hit batter of the contest by either team. Boughton struck out in the second, walked and scored in the fourth. Castle stretches and delivers. Whatever that pitch is he throws, a splitter I think is what it is. Looks very little rotation on it. He uses it probably as a changeup. Looks over at Lawrence. Lawrence is not going to go anywhere. And a fastball is fouled back. Quickly ahead of the left fielder, Noah Boughton, with Cole McCallum, the DH, in the on-deck circle. Beautiful fall day here. Pioneers will be back at home for their final contest at Pioneer Field next Saturday against the Kansas City Royals scout team. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Castle 3 pitches, dispatches Boughton. Second time he's gone down swinging. First out of the inning, brings up Cole McCallum. So a decent opportunity here if he gets a ground ball to turn a doodat double play. Landon Thorne rooting for Luke Diamond. There's the ground ball to Armstrong. Gloves throws to second for 1, on to first. Dug out of there by Easton Denning. And call me a prophet. A 5-4-3 doodat double play. Just what the doctor ordered. Nice turn by Plum. Good delivery by Armstrong. And a nice pick by Easton Denning at first base. Gets the 5-4-3 and gets Max Castle out of the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Not the true 1-2-3 inning, but 3 batters came to the plate. Nobody got to second. 6-2, Trevecca leads. We're heading to the top of the 6th. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. New pitcher on for the Trojans. Another former full count rhythm player, a 2-year player, Nick Judd, transfer from Kentucky Wesleyan. Son of John and Angie Judd. Hello to Meemaw up in Kentucky. From Owensboro, Kentucky is Nick Judd. Went to Apollo High School and 3 or 4 years over there, Kentucky Wesleyan. Transferred. This is his first year at Trevecca, hard-throwing right-hander. Get his first appearance here against Vol State. He will face 2, 3, and 4 in the Pioneer lineup. Reed Mashinsky, Easton Denning, and Gage Hoover. Nick Judd, I believe he stayed in the host home of John and Amy Smithson this past summer. It's probably how he got over to Trevecca. John Mashinsky squares around a bunt, misses for strike one. Carter Warner was right on top of that. Not sure which way Mashinsky was going to go with that. And swings and misses down in the count 0-2. Mashinsky 0 for 2 with a fly out and a strikeout. 6'3" outfielder from Bradenton, Florida. 0-2 pitch is high. Reed couldn't hold up on a pitch about throat high in the 4th inning. Swung at a high fastball. Lets that one go. It's above his head. 1-2. Slaps that breaking pitch foul. The count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Reed with 3 doubles in the fall, 9 RBIs. If he can get on base, he's a threat to steal. Love to see him get that opportunity. Breaking pitch is going to have him taking a left turn. That is a beautiful breaking pitch by Nick Judd. Picks up his first strikeout. It's the 9th Pioneer to go down via the strike here today. Easton Denning is 1 for 2, grounded out to second in the 4th. Single to drove in Drew Plummer. Takes a healthy hack there at the fastball. That was mano-a-mano there. Nick Judge challenged him, and Easton Denning looking for that fastball just a hair late. Again, on the outside corner, Judd delivers. Denning swings and misses. That one foul tipped off the mitt and back to yours truly. Easton 6'3", 215-pound freshman, McMinnville, Tennessee, Warren County High School. Can hit the ball a long way, very strong. And swings and misses there. Ball gets by our new catcher and down to first base. On the pass ball goes Denning. So another strikeout, but I believe that one got by. Don't know who the new catcher is. Carter Warner still at third. Looks like he's got a 1-digit number. It might be Frankie Carreras from Murfreesboro Blackman High School. Brings up Gage Hoover's been a strikeout victim twice, looking to get the bat on the ball here in his 3rd plate appearance. Fastball is up for ball 1. Second time that Denning's been on at first. Hadn't got the second yet, though. Fastball misses out. Ball State scored 1 in the 1st. 1 more in the 5th as 4 walks produced the 2nd run of the game. That fastball winks at the outside corner for a called strike. Swing and a miss. Count goes 2-2 to Hoover. Moves Hoover's face back. We'll have a full count. Ministries full count. Top of the sixth, scheduled for 7 here at game 1. Nick Judd at the stretch. Pause and breaking pitch gets Gage Hoover. Third strikeout in the inning, and Nick Judd's got an opportunity to strike out 4 in the inning. Now 2 outs as Easton Denning reached first after swinging and missing. Ball got away from Frankie Carreras, and he scampered down to first. Scotty Dean at the plate. He's also struck out twice. Looks at a called strike on the outside corner at the letters. Scotty, catcher and a first baseman. Having a little trouble with his arm right now. He's down in the count 0-2 as Nick Judd paints the outside corner. 0-2 pitch. Does not get that one over the plate. Did not entice Dean to swing at that. It was never in the strike zone. See if he comes back to that breaking pitch and starts it in the middle of the plate this time. Does not. Delivers a fastball. It swung on and fouled straight back. Carson Sanders in the on-deck circle, hoping to get an at-bat here in the top of the sixth. Trevecca 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 4 spot in the fourth inning. Leads 6-2. Breaking pitch. That was hittable and just a little late on that one. Fouls that one off to the right side. Hoping all the foul balls go to the right side is just joining me. Forgot to move my truck. It is just outside the entrance here to the stadium. Got to move it out of foul ball zone. 1-2 pitch coming from Nick Judd. Instead, he's going to hit Scotty Dean. That's not going to feel good. And runners at first and second. There's a fastball that just got away from the Owensboro, Kentucky native. Now runners at first and second brings up Carson Sanders. Flew out to center in the second, walked and scored in the fifth. Son of Jared and Jill Sanders. Swings and misses. He and Easton Denning with the team lead in home runs at 3. Be a good spot right here to take the lead. Swings and misses on another breaking pitch. It was not in the strike zone at any point in time. He is down in the count 0-2. Judd looking back at second, nobody. Holding the runner on. Sanders started to go. They want to check with the base umpire. He says no, he did not go. I agree with you, Mr. Base Umpire. But I'm not in the best position to see. Lucas Wilburn, first base coach for Ball State, is in the best position. With a two-man crew, though, you got to do what you got to do. Fastball misses up. Judd stepped on that one, tried to pick up his 4th strikeout in the inning, but it sailed high. Nick had 2 really good seasons of full count in the summer. Breaking pitch, and that was a 50-50 shot on whether or not that was going to be called. Strike 3. A delayed call from the home plate umpire on most third strikes. And we'll have a full count. Ministries full count to Carson Sanders with the runners on the move from first and second. Judd's delivery is apparently down for ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Still no hits. Should be out of the inning, Nick Judd. Struck out Mashinsky, struck out Denning, but pass ball got by Carreras, and Denning got down to first. Now hit batter and a walk brings up Devin Thrain, who looks at a called strike on that outside corner. Judd not giving up on where he wants to deliver these pitches. Not going to give him a cookie. Thrain 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Takes ball 1. Saw Nathan McKissick chimed in on the YouTube chat. Former, I believe, pitcher in the Ohio Valley League. There's a breaking pitch that nips that outside corner. Thrain started to go and held up thinking it was outside, but the only opinion that matters in the ballpark said it was strike 2. 1-2 pitch from Nick Judd. Yeah. Little defensive cut right there by Devin Thrain to spoil that pitch on the outside corner. Thrain 1 of 4 walks in the 5th, batting here for the 3rd time in the 6th. The bases loaded, 2 out. Slider misses away. Thrain looking to get the bat on the ball and get it into a gap or down a line. Has 7 extra base hits in the fall. 5 of them are doubles. Gets a piece of that one. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brady Nepper on deck. Pioneers, after the doubleheader against BCA, raised their team batting average 27 points. Fastball misses out, and well, the full count Ministries full count. Runners will be on the move. 2nd straight inning that Ball State had the bases loaded with 2 outs. Plummer grounded out to short. Let's see what Devin Thrain's going to do. This offering from Nick Judd. He's going to take ball 4, and Pioneers get their 2nd run walked in. RBI for Thrain, 2nd walk of the inning. A hit batter, 2 walks. Strikeout of Denning. He comes home to score. Brady Nepper swings at the first pitch he sees and comes up empty. Fastball about shoulder high. Nepper takes the pitch right down the middle. Don't understand that one. Take the first one and swing at the second one. Now Nick Judd has some wiggle room here with his breaking pitches. Slider and curveball. Tried to deliver a fastball knockout punch and overthrows into the dirt. Nice stop by Carreras behind the plate. Frankie's got to be a senior. He is 5'8", 170-pound catcher. Swing and a miss on the ball in the dirt. Carreras is just going to step on the plate. And 4 strikeouts in the inning. You don't see that every day. Put out by the catcher as he stepped on the plate for out number 3 without having to throw down to first base. But the Pioneers scratch for 1, did not get a hit. It is an unearned run. No hits, no errors. The pass ball is scored as an error for earned run purposes, but doesn't show up in the box score as an error. Has its own category. 3 more left on base. 2 innings in a row, the Pioneers have left the bases loaded. They hit it to the bottom of the sixth. 6-3 is the score. We'll be right back on the Ball State Sports Network on YouTube. Frankie Carreras leading off, facing Max Castle, who delivers first pitch in there for a called strike. Carreras in for Luke Diamond. Now down in the count, 0-2. Castle on for his second inning of work. Faced 3 batters in the 5th. And he's going to face 4 batters. As that's a good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Frankie Carreras. I'm not sure what he was looking for there, but backward K, second strikeout for Castle on the afternoon. It brings up shortstop Josh Griffin. These two were never teammates. Max Castle joined Pioneers a year ago. Ball 2. Griffin's got to hop out of the way of that inside fastball. 3 balls and no strikes. That 3-0 pitch down the can. Griffin 1 for 2. Singled in the 4th, flew out in the 2nd. He looks at another fastball right down Broadway, and we'll have a Full Count Ministries. Full Count, go to fullcountministries.com. See all that Ministry's doing for baseball players in Tennessee, Alabama, and around the world. Breaking pitch is going to get Josh Griffin headed toward the dugout instead of first base. That is back-to-back strikeouts, and both of them backward Ks. Max Castle feeling it here today on a Saturday afternoon in Middle Tennessee. Carter Warner steps in. He's walked twice and scored twice. Looks at strike 1 on the outside corner. Warner from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And Max Castle is just drilling the strike zone. 0-2. Brady Masiak, leadoff batter in the on-deck circle. Line out to right field. On comes Mashinsky. He makes a diving catch for out number 3. Straight on. That is a very difficult catch by Reed Mashinsky. And a 1-2-3 inning by Max Castle. We'll see if he comes out for the 7th. I would assume that regardless of the score, that Trevecca will bat in the bottom of the 7th. A nice play, put a star by that one for Reed Mashinsky on a line drive off the bat of Carter Warner. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. 6 up, 6 down for Max Castle. We'll go to the top of the 7th. Ball State needs 3 to get back even with Trevecca. New pitcher on for the Trojans. Sixth pitcher of the day for Braden Cale, pitching coach, and Chase Sane, the head coach of Trevecca. Junior right-hander Luke Boswell, 6'3", 205 pounds, from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, Lawrence County High School. Transfer from Bethel University as Daddy Smithson walks by. Big John, it's good seeing you. Luke Boswell will face 9, 10, and 1 the Ball State lineup. That's Lex Falsoni, who swings at the first pitch. Fouls that out of play down the right field line. Ball State with only 2 hits for the contest, and that was in the first inning. Falsoni can't lay off the high heat. He's down in the count 0-2. He's struck out and walked 2 plate appearances. And he's going to look at strike 3 right down the middle of the plate. Backward K in the book. That is the 13th strikeout for Trojan pitching by my count. Nick Judd struck out 4 in an inning. Brings up A.J. Armstrong, looks at a fastball chin high, and he'll take that one. He has walked in both his plate appearances. That's at the knees for a called strike. Armstrong has now walked 11 times, which overtakes Drew Plummer for the team lead. Fouls that one off the screen. And the aforementioned Drew Plummer will toss that over to his former pitching coach, Braden Cale, dumps it in the bucket. Swinging another ball right there. Fouls it back. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Began right at high noon. Coming up on 2-hour mark. 10 minutes. Fastball, maybe a changeup. Whatever it was straight, and it was right at Armstrong's chin. He pulls the moneymaker away. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Breaking pitch froze Armstrong in the batter's box. He wouldn't have been able to swing at that if he had to. Full count Ministries, full count to A.J. Armstrong. At ball 4, and he walks for the 3rd time. Eight walks, 13 strikeouts for Trevecca pitching. Unofficial statistics, according to my score sheet. Drew Plummer has 1 of the 2 hits for Vol State. He stands in and looks at a strike, about 2.5 baseballs on the outside corner. If you could throw it there every time, be tough to hit. Inside. Somebody's asking, do you need to come and get the keys and move my truck? If I knew who you were, I'd probably give them to you. Chimed in on a chat. There's a line drive out to right field, but it's right at Maciak, the right fielder. Plummer tagged that one. But again, right at an outfielder. Line out for out number 2. Plum finishes 1 for 4. Came in hitting .269. Reed Mashinsky 0 for 3, a couple strikeouts and a flyout. Last chance for the Pioneers here in the top of the 7th. Like I said, I anticipate that there will be a bottom of the 7th, even though Trevecca leads 6-3 off the end of the bat. Foul. But you'll find out when I find out. Somebody with a purple J on their YouTube. I guess that's a Google account. Ground ball right back up the middle. Glove by Griffin. And tried to flip to Joey Parliament. But a hustle by A.J. Armstrong allows Reed Mashinsky to reach on an infield single. Nice play by Josh Griffin to stop that and even have a chance. But there's the third hit of the contest for Vol State. Brings up Easton Denning, who has the third hit. So the first three batters have the three hits. Denning looks at a fastball outside for ball one. Denning can tie it up with one swing. Wind blowing now out to left. Denning, a left-handed hitter. It's 331 down the right field line. Pitch misses down low. 3 big flies on the fall, 15 RBIs. Leads the club in that category. Pops one up. That's a fastball outside. That will get past that white Tundra that's parked in the danger zone. Somebody listening and watching right here at Trevecca. I don't know if that was John Smithson or not. I guess it could be. Not sure what that pitch was from Luke Boswell, but like not just your regular fastball. It sailed outside, though. 3 balls, 1 strike. Gage Hoover hoping to get another crack at the bat, and he's not going to. Popped up to the left fielder. Noah Boughton is in and under it, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. Does not appear. Let's see. Yeah, Brady Nepper is fixing to head out the shortstop, so looks like Ball State will pitch in the bottom of the 7th. So we'll be right back for the bottom of the 7th, see who the new pitcher is when we return on the Ball State Sports Network. Summit Concrete call to the bullpen for the Pioneers, the 4th pitcher. Out for head coach Jim McGuire is Parker White. 5-1 who? Guardians. Okay. Just got a score update for the Cleveland Guardians and Detroit Tigers from Brady Masiak's father, who Brady's going to be leading off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. But Parker White, 6'1", 195-pound redshirt sophomore, out for an inning here from Knoxville, Tennessee, Knoxville West High School. His dad, I think, is still sitting right behind me. Came up from Huntsville, Alabama. His mom is Carrie Myers. Got brother Eli and Tanner and sister Ellie, low to Owa in Tazewell, as he will face 1, 2, and 3 in the Trevecca lineup. First pitch swinging is Brady Masiak. Fouls that one off. Off to the left side. I don't like it when these left-handed batters get up and start fouling balls off. 0-1 pitch from the left-hander and popped up high in the infield. Nobody's going to get that one. Parker White's going to get that one. I mean, right between home plate and pitcher's mound. I was blocked off from Parker. Easton Denning came on like a crazy man, but I knew he wasn't going to get to it. Parker, the slim and trim Parker White, makes the play for out number 1. Joey Parliament, 2 for 3, stands in Looks at a fastball a little up. Couple doubles and an RBI for Joey Parliament. Hit the ball well today, grounded out in the first inning. He smokes one into left field. He's 3 for 4. The senior from Lancaster, Tennessee, Gordonsville High School, having a big afternoon here in game 1. That'll bring up Haven Mangrum, another left-hander. He's 1 for 3. Drove in a run with a ground out in the third. White delivers, fouled straight back. Thank you very much. That it was below the camera level. Eight hits for Trevecca. 6 runs. Parker White looking for that same ground ball that Jack McGlory got. Throw over to first. He throws it down low, and Denning has to dig it out of the dirt. All natural surface. Playing surface anyway. There is some AstroTurf, I believe that's what this is, in front or between the backstop and home plate. The Trojan head on it. Parliament is a threat to go. The breaking pitch misses outside. On deck, Abbott Lawrence. Parker White be happy just to let him have the rest of the day off. And the delivery, soft breaking pitch, fouled back. Parker, second team all-conference 2 years ago, his freshman year. 6th best ERA in the TCCAA among qualifying pitchers. 4.06 ERA. Apparently Siri thinking that I'm talking to her, my phone or my watch starts talking to me. Throw over to first. Parliament back. Runner goes. Pitch is grounded to first. Denning stays down, and his only play is to the bag. And Parliament ends up at second. There are 2 outs. And Parker White's going to have to face Abbott Lawrence, who drove a ball out of here to dead center field in the second solo home run. He's 1 for 2. He's also hit by a pitch in the 5th. There is a base open, but Parker White, let's go ahead and challenge best hitters here on the club. Probably faced Abbott Lawrence when Abbott was at Columbia State his freshman year. Lawrence's final year, his 3rd year at Columbia State, would have been Parker's first year at Vol State. Abbott Lawrence grounds one foul down the third baseline. Parker White does not throw it hard. He's got to pick his spots, and he has to spot the ball, keep the batters off balance. He did that very well his freshman year. Last year, pitched 14 innings, but ended up getting hurt. That pitch, nice stop there by Lex Falsoni. A year ago, did not pitch past the halfway point due to injury. Almost pitched toward the end of the year, but if he had, he would have ruined his opportunity for a medical red shirt that he picked up for last year. Looks back at second, runner goes, pitch is grounded to third and through the hole. That will get into left field, and Parliament, who was going on the pitch, scores easily. An RBI single for Abbott Lawrence. Drives in the 7th run of the ball game. Lawrence 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Kind of like a hit and run. I think Parker would say In his third outing against Trevecca, it's the first run that he's given up. I don't have those stats. Not at my fingertips. I have them at the house, but first pitch to Boughton misses away. Lawrence leading off at first base. Very short lead. Left-handed batter at the plate. You want to keep that hole open between first and second as Boughton looks at a called strike. He's 0 for 2, a couple strikeouts and a walk and a run scored. Playing left field today, Colin McCallum is in the on-deck circle. Wind blowing out the left. Swing and a miss. Parker lulls you to sleep with that breaking pitch. Then steps one a little bit, maybe 82, 83, maybe gets it up to 84. And you're just not ready for it. Slow delivery and another pop up to the left side. It looks like it'll be playable for A.J. Armstrong, just in fair territory. He makes the catch. And this ball game is over. Parker White, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base for the Trojans. Well, are we going to just keep going? I thought we were going to break and play 2 7s, but they're just coming out and going to play an 8th inning. So, all right. That is news to me. Got a new pitcher out there. See who he is. So much for my break. Well, he's number 43, and of course there's not a number 43 on their lineup here. See if I can get idea. Well, let me take a quick break. Be right back. Oh. Got a name here now. Doesn't go with that number, but we're batting in the top of the 8th inning. Thought we were playing 2 7s, but change up. Gage Hoover facing Aaron McCoy. Down in the count, 0-2. Pops one up to the right side. That will scoot out of play, and the count remains 0-2. Aaron McCoy shows as number 5 on the printed roster off the internet, wearing number 43 here in this contest. Misses high. My reporter on the ground, John Smithson. Swing and a miss. And it is a golden sombrero day for Gage Hoover. 4th strikeout for Gage. Brings up Scotty Dean. Struck out twice and been hit by a pitch. Looks at a fastball that missed, I'm guessing, up. Swing and a miss. He's down in the count 0-2. Sunshine wreaking havoc. Sorry, it should have been 0-2. I thought it's 1 ball, 1 strike to Scotty Dean. One of the DHs. Jim McGuire batting 10 in the fall scrimmages. 10th game against outside competition. Scotty Dean can't hold up on that high fastball. Aaron McCoy, a redshirt sophomore from White Bluff, Tennessee. 6'1", 180 pounds, played at Creekwood High School. Swinging a breaking pitch and fouls it off. Count remains 2-2. On deck, Carson Sanders. Dean going to go down looking for the third time today. Back-to-back strikeouts for McCoy. I'll bring up Carson Sanders. Fly out and a couple walks in his 3 plate appearances. Looks at a breaking pitch in there for a called strike. And McCoy pounding the strike zone. Ball 1. Abbott Lawrence at first. Joey Parliament still at second. Josh Griffin at short. Carter Warner at third. Frankie Carreras now behind the plate as Carson Sanders swings and misses. I assume the outfield is still the same. Noah Boughton in left, Haven Mangrum in center, and Brady Maciak in right. Here's strike 3. I'm not sure what's happening with Pioneer hitters today. They are taking a lot of strikes that look really, really good. It is 3 strikeout inning there for McCoy. I would assume he's done as Vol State goes back out for the bottom of the 8th. We got room for one more pitcher for Trevecca. We'll take a break. No change in the score. Bottom of the 8th we go of a 9-inning game. I just found out. Summit Concrete called the bullpen for Pioneers. Chip Harris, sophomore from Clarksville, Tennessee, to face Cole McCallum. And the first pitch he delivers is a breaking pitch off the noodle. And McCallum's going to go down with this hit by pitch. And I'll bring Frankie Carreras to the plate. He came in for Luke Diamond behind the plate. Frankie Carreras took 3 straight strikes, went down looking, facing Max Castle. First pitch delivered by Chip Harris, misses outside. So 9 innings and then a 5-inning game, so a total of 14. Carreras able to check. I'm not sure if they're going to check with the base umpire. Apparently they do not. On deck, Josh Griffin. Harris, 3 pitches, has missed the zone now 4 times. Harris on for his 8th appearance of the year. Came in with the most innings pitched, 10 1/3. Giving up 12 hits, 10 runs that were earned, and gets a called strike on the 3-0. 12 strikeouts. One hit batter, now make it 2. Looking for a ground ball off the bat of Frankie Carreras. Get a pop-up. It might be playable. Easton Denning, he's made this play before, but he can't get to the fence quickly enough. It does fall in the field of play, but then bounces out for strike 2. Chip Harris is the 5th pitcher on for the Pioneers today. Parker White goes 1 inning. 2 hits, 1 run. Did not walk a batter. That is a long shot off the bat of Frankie Carreras. That gets over both fences to left field for a 2-run bomb. Trevecca now leads 9-3. Luke Diamond hit a 3-run home run in the 4th, and now his sub, Frankie Carreras, hits one to left field. He got all of that one. And the hit by pitch of Cole McCallum comes back to bite Chip Harris. Josh Griffin has to back away from the fastball. Comes to the backstop. Timeout called as Trevor Mucci wants to go out and have a chat with sophomore Chip Harris. I believe that is 10 hits now for the Trojans. Harris, 6'2", 210-pound sophomore. He's former Wildcat at Clarksville High School, Clarksville, Tennessee. Son of Smith and Melinda Harris, got a brother named Smith as well, Sawyer and Anna G. Mama in Clarksville, Tennessee, and other set of grandparents, Pop and Nana in Clarksville. Rudely treated here in the bottom of the 8th. Breaking pitch, check swing, that's going to fall in there for a base hit. Griffin rounds first, a wide turn, but he'll retreat back to the base. With a check swing single, he's now 2 for 4. Now 11 hits as Carter Warner gets in the right-handed batter's box. He's 0 for 1, lined out to Reed Mashinsky, who made a diving play to end the 6th inning. Also walked a couple times, and Josh Griffin heads down to second base as the ball pops out of Lex Falsoni's glove. Almost looked like a delayed steal, but I'll have to go back and check that to see if he was actually going on the pitch. Otherwise, it would be maybe a pass ball. Did not hit the dirt. Popped up and out of play on the right side. Warner patiently waiting for the pitch from Chip Harris. And the 1-1 is inside. Cole McCallum was nicked on the top of his helmet in the first pitch he saw from Chip Harris. And then Frankie Carreras poked one out of here to left field onto the soccer field for a 2-run home run. Josh Griffin with a check swing single in the left. He's headed to third. Throw is not made to third. With the pitch missing outside. That's definitely a stolen base. Now the infield is coming in. Comes to the backstop, and Falsoni gets the rebound, but Josh Griffin read that one. Ball 4 to Carter Warner, and the wild pitch scores Josh Griffin. Three runs in for Trevecca here in the bottom of the 8th. Now, been told that scheduled for 9. Back to the top of the order, popped up by Brady Masiak into shallow right center field. Devin Thrain again loses his lid, but makes the catch for out number 1. Brady Masiak 0 for 5. With his father is in attendance, a Cleveland Guardians fan. Cleveland in a Game 5 winner-take-all. Going to go play the New York Yankees, whoever wins that game. Throw over to first. Close play, Warner just back. Parker White went 1 inning, gave up 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Did not walk or strike out a batter. Runner bluffs going, pitches high and inside to Joey Parliament, who's 3 for 4. Couple of doubles and an RBI and a single and a run scored in the 7th. Tough man to double. Another throw over to first. Evan Hansen started the game, went 2 1/3, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, which were earned. Walked 2, struck out 2. Breaking pitch, high and inside. Jack McLaury, 1 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, which were earned, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Max Castle, best line of the day for Pioneer pitching. Another fastball inside, and 3 balls, no strikes to Parliament. Max Castle goes 2 innings, 5th and the 6th, no hits, no runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts. Did plunk 1 batter. That was the first batter he faced. 3-0, hacked by Parliament, fouls it back. Former Charger Columbia State, 3rd year coming up with Trevecca. Small in stature, but 16 home runs, I believe, a year ago. 3-1 pitch coming from Chip Harris, and that's ball 4. That'll put runners at first and second. And Haven Mangren is going to face a new pitcher as Jim McGuire's out of the Pioneer dugout. He has made the call to the bullpen. We'll have a Summit Concrete call to the bullpen after we return right here on the Ball State Sports Network. Summit Concrete call to the bullpen for Vol State. Brady Davis, true freshman from Clarksville High School, replaces former Clarksville High School right-hander. Davis, 5'11", 165 pounds, son of Rodney and Ryan Davis, brother to Faith, grandson to Grandpa and Grammy, both in Clarksville, Tennessee. Chip Harris goes a third of an inning, gives up 2 hits, 2 walks, and hits a batter. Davis comes in with 1 out and runners at first and second. This is Davis's 9th appearance of the year, and that leads all pitchers on the staff. 8 2/3 innings of work, 4 hits, 4 runs, 2 were earned, walked 5, struck out 10, has plunked a batter at 2.08 ERA. He will face the number 3 hole hitter in the Trevecca lineup. That is Haven Mangrum. Carter Warner, who walked, is down at second. Joey Parliament, who walked, is at first base. 3 runs in the inning. First pitch misses outside to Mangrum. Former Charger at Columbia State, the former Cardinal at Louisville. And prior to all that, the former Buccaneer at Beach High School, played for Josh Carman. Now assistant coach here at Trevecca, not here today. He's finishing up his fall break vacation with his family down on the coast, either in the panhandle of Florida or they're right there at Alabama. Down there with his wife Brooke and his 4 children. Might be listening in. Ball in the dirt, blocked by Falsoni. Warner thought about moving up, but decided against it. 6th pitcher of the game for the Pioneers, Brady Davis. Ground ball to Plummer, goes to second, and not going to be able to double up Mangrum. That is the 2nd out. Haven Mangrum runs well. Grounds into a fielder's choice. 1 for 5. That brings up Abbott Lawrence in the position to drive in runs again. He's 2 for 3 in this game as a solo home run and an RBI single. Strikeout and been hit by a pitch. Just nicked on his hand. Breaking pitch blocked by Falsoni for ball 1. Davis, a slightly built right-hander. 165 pounds, might be stretching it. That breaking pitch catches that inside corner. Kind of buckled Lawrence briefly, did not offer. One count to Abbott Lawrence. Runner goes, swing and a miss. They fake the throw down to second base. And runners now at second and third with a 1-2 count on Lawrence. Good pasture Cougar. Good pasture with a history of getting into and winning state championships here in Nashville. Private school. Breaking pitch misses low and away. Jonas Smithson. Logan Harrell, who's not made an appearance here in this game. Expect him to get in the second iteration of the ball game, which is going to be a 5-inning game. Pitch gets away from Falsoni, and everybody's going to move up on the wild pitch. Move a full count. Ministries full count. Full count pitch coming from Brady Davis. And it's in the dirt. So Haven Mangrum is at third. And Abbott Lawrence is at first. 4 runs in the 8th. And the 9th batter to step to the plate, Noah Boughton. 0 for 3 stands in the left-handed batter's box. Ground ball foul down the first base line. Two hits in the inning, 2-run home run by Frankie Carreras, and then a check swing single by Griffin, then walk, fly out, walk, fielder's choice, and another walk. Runners at first and third with 2 outs. 4 runs in. Called strike. That run was charged to Chip Harris. Block, and this run's also going to be charged as that ball gets out of play, and both runners will move up on the wild pitch. Mangrum comes in to score the 12th run of the ball game. I believe I have that right. Mangrum, even though he was pitched to by Davis, I believe the scoring is that since he replaced Joey Parliament, who was put on base by Chip Harris, that run is charged to Chip. So 5 runs charged to Chip Harris. Popped up to the left side over toward the pavilion. A.J. Armstrong may have overrun it, and he did. He went too far toward the wall, and it dropped for a strike. I think I cleared the count there. I believe the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tough to see the numbers out on the scoreboard in the middle of the day. Rolled over, and that's going to be a 2-hopper to Easton Denning. He'll step on the base for out number 3. But the Trojans bat around. Score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runs on 2 hits. All earned, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We'll go to the top of the 9th. 12-3 is the score. See if the Pioneers can put a couple of hits together here on the Vol State Sports Network, and we return. Top of the 9th we go. 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Pioneers to face right-hander Ryan Sweeney, another former full count rhythm player this past summer. Had an excellent summer for the Rhythm in the Prospect League. Ryan is a sophomore out of Centennial High School, 5'11", 185 pounds. Franklin, Tennessee, the son of Ed and Julie, grandson of Mimi and Papa and Nana. One of 7 full count rhythm players. Joey Parliament, Ryan Sweeney, Jonas Smithson, Logan Harrell, Nick Judd, Spencer Wilkins, and Jackson Marbett, some of whom have played in this game. First pitch to Devin Thrain is outside the zone. These two, I'm sure, would have played against each other in high school, Summit High School and Centennial. There's a fastball at the letters for a called strike. Devin Thrain not real happy about that call. Thrain 0 for 1, has walked twice, struck out once. He lines one into right field, inside out swing there, and there's the first hit of the ball game for D-Train. Devin Thrain. It's a line drive. A couple hops out to the right fielder, Brady Masiak. Just the 4th hit of the ball game for Vol State. Brady Nepper stands in. He likes to swing at that first pitch. He's 0 for 3. See what he does here with Sweeney. He does swing. Changeup down in the dirt, blocked by Carreras. Ryan Sweeney, believe, set a record for in full count rhythm. I don't ever remember it happening. Maybe the only other person could have been Spencer Wilkins, but I don't think he ever struck out 12 batters in a row over the span of 5 appearances. There's a breaking pitch in there for a called strike. Nepper down early 0-2. Ryan Sweeney struck out a batter in one appearance. Nepper not even ready when Sweeney's coming to a stretch right here. Sweeney delays a little bit. Swings and misses at a ball in the dirt. Nepper's going to be out. Runner's going to move down to second base on the strikeout. So wild pitch moves Thrain to second. Nepper struck out for the second time. He's 0 for 4. Brings up Lex Falsoni. Then in 3 straight relief appearances, Sweeney struck out 3 straight batters in each of those 3 appearances. And that was 10 straight. And then came in his 5th appearance in relief, struck out the first 2 batters that he faced. Then got a ground out. So it was a 1-2-3 inning. Just did not strike out the 3rd batter in that inning. And that's 12 in a row. He actually set down 17 straight in that stretch. He had a very, very good summer. Don't remember his ERA, but it was well below 2. But he has gone 3 balls, no strikes to Lex Falsoni with A.J. Armstrong standing on deck. Breaking pitch he goes to on 3-0 and gets the call. Falsoni struck out in the 3rd looking, walked in the 5th, struck out in the 7th looking. He won't leave that plate this time looking. He fouls that one back. Well, the full count Ministries, full count. We might have a full count Ministries verse of the game. Full count pitch is high, and Falsoni walks for the 2nd time today. First walk by Ryan Sweeney. And runners at 1st and 2nd brings up the 10th batter in the lineup, A.J. Armstrong. A.J. has walked all 3 times he's come to the plate. It's now 12 walks. His on-base average when he came in was .424. That's gone up. Batting average was below 200. Base hit right here would help the batting average and the on-base average. Sweeney getting a little squeeze there, maybe. A fastball, apparently just below the knees. Breaking pitch is bounded to second. Griffin calmly steps on second and throws to first for a 6-3 double play. And that will now end the contest as A.J. Armstrong grounds into the double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Trevecca wins 12-3 in the 9-inning contest. Make that a final. A game that took 2 hours and 39 minutes to complete. As both teams will go to their dugouts or probably get some sustenance. I'll see if I can choke down a protein bar, and we'll come back and give you the 5-inning version of Game 2. 12 runs on, how many hits did Trevecca end up with? 7, and 11 is what I have. 12 runs and 11 hits. Ball State with 3 runs and what they end up with 5 hits. 1, 3, 4 hits. It's a strong pitching staff for Trevecca. But we'll be back for another 5-inning contest shortly. Please join me for more Vol State baseball. For head coach Jim McGuire and Bobby Hudson, the athletic director, this is Tim Reese saying so long for now here in Game 1. Game 1 won by Trevecca 12-3. We'll be back for Game 2 after this short break. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network.